Second chapter is the computer. So a computer is made up of various elements. Each of these elements affects interaction. The first one is the input devices. Input devices allows us for text entry, drawing, selection of some data from the screen. Then we have the output devices. These output display devices used in interaction. They help us to see what is on the screen, and screen may vary from small, large, and the other digital papers. The third is the virtual reality systems, physical interaction, so physical controls where we can control sounds, haptics, and etc. Then we have a paper's output when we are printing an input as a scanner. After that, we will look to memories and processing of the documents. So interacting with the computers. So first of all, as we said last time, in order to understand human-computer interaction, we should first of all understand the human itself and then the computer itself. And after that, we can talk about the all human-computer interaction. So here, when we are going to look at the computers, we are going to understand what goes in and out and what can it do. So we can store some data, we can process the data, and we can send and receive those data by the network. The next one, a typical computer system, as you know. What is the typical? Typical means when there is a screen, monitor, yes, keyboard, mouse, or instead of mouse there is a trackpad, and the computer has the variations. It can be a desktop computer, personal computer, it can be a laptop, or it can be a personal digital assistant. So these the varieties of the computer systems change or dictate the styles of interaction that the system supports. Yes, if we talk about a normal desktop computer or personal computer, we can interact by using the mouse and keyboard. If we talk about the laptops, we can use the touchpads, or it can be a sensitive screen. So at the end, we can say that if we use different devices, then the interface will support a different style of interaction. So let's think, how many computers in your house? Or let's think, how many computers are there on your hands? Or how many computers are in your pockets? So first of all, you have your personal computer at work, let's say. You have your laptop, you have your cell phones, you have an iPad, or you have a tablet, and etc. So you have many computers in your house. Yes, so in your house, in your pockets, and in your house, what kind of computers you have? You have a television, you have a DVD, you have a microwave, you have a cooker, you have a washing machine, you have a central system, you have a security system, and can you think more of these computers at your home? In your pockets, you have your phones, you have your cameras, you have your smart cards, you have your smartwatch, you have USB memories, and etc. So there are many computers, and today we are all interacting with computers. So what is the interactivity? So everything now is computing that we are using in computation is interactive. Yes, because it gives us the fast feedback. The user is controlling, and we can do rather than the thinking. Yes. So now we can say batch processing means long ago when people were started to use the computers. For example, there were least interaction with the machine, and for example, if you are printing something, you could just press enter and it would very slowly print the papers. Plus, when you enter the button, that button would give a feedback maybe after 1 hour, after 2 hours. But now is the interaction is very rapid. We can in a minute, in a second, get the feedback from the computer. Richer interaction, yes. Now, for example, with our fridge, by the internet we can control our fridge, or by camera we can control the fridge, or by using the phones, by using the controlling systems, we can control this things. Means now interaction is very rich. We have the sensors, we have the devices everywhere. So now, in every interactive systems, first of all, we need a text entry devices. Text entry devices means we are going to make some input to the system, yes? And now we will see the types of these text entries. It can be a keyboard, so we are going to see the keyboard types: QWERTY, for example, short keyboards, phone pads, handwriting, and speech. So the keyboards is the most common text input device. Yes, we can it allows us to rapid entry of the text, yes, by experienced users. Non-experienced users, they can again use it for entering the text. Yes, the key press closes the connection and causes a character code to be sent. When the character code is sent to the computer, it is going to receive it and then give us some feedback. And these keyboards are usually connected with the cable, but sometimes it is also wireless. So the layouts of the keyboard is the QWERTY, yes, it is the standardized layout, but non-alphanumeric keys are placed differently. For example, when we are using our personal computers, the keyboards, the numeric keyboards is located at the left side and at the right side, and the buttons are big. But in your laptops, for example, you don't have this numeric keys, or maybe these numeric keys are very small and their position is also changed. Yes, and also some minor differences between UK and USA keyboards. So in reality, the QWERTY arrangement is not optimal for typing, because this QWERTY comes from the typewriters. But actually, most of the people are expertise in the QWERTY. Nowadays, we are using these QWERTY keyboards. Then QWERTY. This is the QWERTY keyboards. So QWERTY. Then alternative keyboard layouts, yes, which the first one is the alphabetic, when key arranged in alphabetic order. Of course, it's not faster for trained typists, not faster for beginners either, but after sometimes when you use this keyboards, when you are used to these keyboards, you can get more experience. Yes. Then the second keyboard layout is the Dvorak system. It's like again common letters under dominant figures, the same as the QWERTY types. let's see the special keyboards. So these special keyboards designed to reduce fatigue for RSI. Then here, for example, modern left-handed keyboard. This is the example of the keyboard. RSI means repetitive strain injury. Then we have short keyboards or chord keyboards. So this is this kind of keyboards where we have just 5 buttons, and for each button there are several letters. It's fast, okay, once you have trained. After that we have phone pad and T9 entry. So as you remember, phone pads, we were pressing 2 for 3 times, for example, in order to get the C, and etc. After that there is a T9 predictive entry we have, yes. So if you press a single key for each letter, then it is going to find out to guess what you want to say. After that there is a handwriting recognition. So in handwriting recognition, it's very important the stroke path. Means everyone can copy your handwriting, and or let's say in this way, for computers it's very hard to recognize the handwritings of the persons, because each person has a different stroke path. So how they are drawing or how they are writing, the way of drawing. So computer can copy the text but cannot copy the stroke path. Here, stroke path. After the speech recognition, now it is very successful. Yes, speech recognition, Google recognition, so we can just speak and give some comments in our phones. Here of course it's limited vocabulary systems, yes, because if we say in Kyrgyz language, we cannot, or system cannot recognize it. And problems with this speech is the noise interfering. If there is some noise, you cannot hear the words you have said. Of course, the pronunciation, there should be a large vocabularies, and of course it should be tested with the different speakers. But the positive ones is that you can alternate text entry device to replace with the speech recognition. And it's also very important for the people who cannot see, for example, and they can just say it, and the computer will recognize the words and will write instead of those people. Numeric keypads, as we said, for example, as I said earlier, for entering numbers quickly. So numeric keypads, for this is the telephone style, this is the calculator style. Yes, this is the calculator style and this is the telephone style. So they are the same, and ATMs, they have the same numeric types or the same keyboard layout as our phones. That's why